When you first started programming in Java, someone probably told you, just write public static void main string, args, and put your code inside. And you thought, wait, what does all of that even mean? Public, static, void, main, string, args? Don't worry, today we're going to demystify every part of this line, with clear examples and code so you understand not just what to type, but why. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what each piece does and how to use it in your own programs. Section 1. Why main exists. The main method is the entry point of your Java program. Java doesn't start running your code randomly. The Java Runtime Environment, or JRE, looks for a method named main to begin execution. Here's an example. Public class main method explanation, public static void main string, args, system.out.println hello, Java. When you run this program, the JRE calls main method explanation.main args. That's why the method signature has to be exactly this way. Section 2. Why public? Next, let's look at public. Public static void main string, args. Public means this method can be accessed from outside the class. If it were private, like this, private static void main string, args, the JRE wouldn't be able to call it. Your program would just sit there doing nothing. Think of it like this, the JRE is the director and your program is the script. If the script is private, the director can't read it, the movie can't start. Section 3. Why static? Next up, static. A static method belongs to the class itself, not an object. That means the JRE can call it directly without creating an instance of the class. Main method explanation.main args. Without static, the JRE would have to create an object first. Main method explanation obj equals new main method explanation obj.main args // not how the JRE works, so static ensures your program can start without needing an object. Section 4. Why void? Then we have void, which is the return type of the method. Public static void main string, args. Void means this method doesn't return anything. The JRE just runs the code inside main and finishes. You don't have to return a number, string, or boolean, nothing at all. Section 5. Why main? The method must be called main. Public static void main string, args. If you try anything else, public static void start string, args, // cross mark emoji, won't work. The JRE won't find your starting point, and your program will fail to run. It's just the way Java is designed. Section 6. What are string, args? Finally, let's talk about string, args, which is an array of strings that can be passed into your program when it starts. Here's a simple example. Public class main method explanation, public static void main string, args, system.out.println argument passed, plus args0. You can run this in your IDE or command line and pass in an argument like hello Java. The output will be argument passed, hello Java. This allows you to customize your program at runtime. Section 7. How to pass arguments. In Eclipse, right-click your class, run as run configurations. Go to the Arguments tab. Type in hello Java and run. Command line example. Havats main method explanation.java Java main method explanation hello Java. Your program prints hello Java because args0 contains the argument you passed. Tip: if you try to access args0 without passing an argument, you'll get an array index out of bounds exception. Always check or handle input carefully. Section 8. Why this matters. Understanding public static void main string, args, is essential for any Java developer. Public lets the JRE access your code. Static allows the JRE to run it without creating an object. Void, no return value needed. Main, required method name for program entry. String, args, allows runtime input. Mastering this gives you a solid foundation to write flexible and professional Java programs, handle input, and even prepare for interviews. So next time you type public static void main string, args, you'll know exactly what each piece does. You can also start using args to pass inputs, control program behavior, and make your code smarter from the very beginning. If this video helped you understand Java a little better, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more Java tutorials. Remember, understanding the basics is the first step to becoming a confident, professional Java developer.